Welcome to AutoCAD tutorials. In this tutorial we will know about dynamic blocks. When we create blocks, we create them of a fixed size. So usually we cannot change the dimensions of those blocks. But what if we want the same block of some different dimension? In those cases, dynamic blocks are very useful. So to create a dynamic block, let me first draw a simple profile of a rectangle. I select this rectangle from here. Then we have to create the block of this. Go to this create block, select this. We have to give it some name. Suppose I give this name dynamic block. So I give this dynamic. Then we have to specify a base point. I select this pick point. Suppose that is the base point. Then we have to select this object. Select object. Select this complete rectangle. Press enter. And here on the bottom here is option open in block editor. This time we have to check this and click OK. And now we are in our block editor settings. Here is our rectangle, this in black boundaries, and here are some actions or the parameters in the block dynamics. So I select these parameters. Here we have some options: point, linear, polar, dimensioning, XY, rotation, alignment, visibility, etc. Suppose I select this linear from this endpoint and to this endpoint. Give it some distance. So that is the distance parameter we have given to this. These are the two arrows. Suppose I want to change our parameter with only one grid or the one arrow. So I select this dimension distance, right click, go to properties. On this properties, go to this bottom. In miscellaneous option we have number of grids. I select this number of grids to 1. It's 1 and OK. Close. After giving the parameter, we have to give it some action. Go to this actions. Here we have some options: move, scale, stretch, polar stretch. It means rotating stretch. It means rotate, flip, array, etc. Suppose I give this scale. Select the scale. So first we have to select scale parameter. Our parameter is this distance. Press enter. And then we have to select object. This rectangle is our object and press enter. So we have defined a parameter for our dynamic block. And then I go to this close block editor. It will ask us to save change. So we have to select save the change to dynamic. And now we are in our part environment mode. From here we cannot see any difference in this rectangle. When I select this rectangle, we see two arrows here. One is a square box arrow, one is a arrow style. So if I select this square box, it will move this rectangle. Okay, so that is the first dynamic block, dynamic property, that is move property. But we have given this a scale property. So how does it scale? I select this arrow and drag this. When we drag this, we can see this rectangle is scaling. It means when I take it outward, its size is increasing. When I take it inward, its size is decreasing. This way, I click here and its size is increasing. That is the property of dynamic blocks. After learning some basic this dynamics, we add some more relations to this. So I once again select this block editor. We have to select this current dynamic and OK. This time I give it some more parameters. I select this parameters. Suppose this time I give it rotation. So we have to define a base point. Suppose this is the base point, and then we have to specify radius of the parameter. Suppose parameter radius I take 3, or we can take 5. enter. Then we have to specify default rotation angle. Rotation angle, suppose I take 15 degree and press enter. And then we have to position this angle here. We can position it here. So that is the angle we have. Then select this action and select this rotate and select this angle as parameter. Then we have to select object, this rectangle is object, and press enter. And go to this close block editor. We want to save the changes and select this rectangle. Then we have one more arrow here. So if I pick this rectangle will now rotate. Also here when I pick this arrow, it will also scale. So that is the property of dynamic blocks.